Here's why I left Christianity doesn't work. We live in a culture that has a shallow understanding about what religion means, let alone Christianity. We tend to view Christianity as this kind of way of life, this thing to make you a better person or to help you live your best life now, right? And so I just firstly want to show you the theological problems with this, as well as give you a Christian's perspective on why I left Christianity does not work. Christianity centers around this one person, right? Jesus Christ. We all know him. In John 1, it says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God." That was Jesus, right? The one through whom all things that have been made were made. And Jesus had some quite demanding claims, right? Firstly, claiming to be God. You hear this in our culture that, oh, Jesus was just some prophet. Jesus was a good prophet. But Jesus cannot be a good prophet if he claimed to be God. It's either Jesus was lying and he's not God, or he's God in the flesh. Secondly, claiming that if you choose to follow him, if you choose to become his disciple, you're essentially almost guaranteed a life of suffering. So no, Christianity is not something that's just going to help you live your best life now. Christianity works for me. This statement is almost laughable if it wasn't so extremely sad, right? I'm not sure exactly what it is I don't like about the sentence yet, but it basically underestimates the profound nature of God, the profound nature of Jesus Christ himself, right? And this is assuming that you are part of the group that believes that all religions are equal, or Jesus is a good prophet, Muhammad is a good prophet, all religions are true or have or contain some truth, right? And that logic just does not work because of previously mentioning Jesus claiming to be God. Okay, and so on the one hand you have God, right? The God of the cosmos, the God who made everything from the stars in the sky to the atoms that are inside of your very body, right? Clouds, birds, animals, insects, humans, water, everything that we know and see. This is the God of the cosmos that made this, right? And then on the other hand, you have us, right? Who have a sin nature. We contain a sin nature because of our forefather Adam, right? When he sinned in the garden, we all sinned. His sin was imputed to us. And so we have these two sides. We have God on the one hand, and then we have us on the other hand. Now God is perfect and God is holy, and because God is holy, he cannot look at sin and not punish it, because God is equally a judge as he is a friend, right? And being a just judge, he will punish sin, right? But because of God's mercy on us, he decides to send his only begotten son, aka also God, right? Who we know as Jesus, to take the wrath that was aimed at you and me and her and him, right? And so this is a beautiful, scary, tragic, wonderful, poetic, magnificent, prophetic amalgamation, right? A sacrifice of oneself to oneself on our behalf, that at the confession of this act, we might be made righteous in the sight of God, our Father, right? Who possesses a love for you and me so vast that we could not even put it into words. But where do we see this love expressed? We see this love expressed in the person of Christ. We see this love expressed on the cross, right? And so again, no, Christianity doesn't just work for me. Yeah, Christianity will make you a better person, but it's not that simple though. Upon admission in the death and resurrection of Christ, do we begin to undergo a process called sanctification, where the Holy Spirit, which is the third person of the Godhead, right, begins to do a work of sanctification in us. Sanctification is basically a fancy way of saying conforming us into the image of God, conforming us into the image of Christ. And so we undergo this process of sanctification where, here's the thing, we still have a sin nature. So within us, two natures. One nature that is the sin nature, the evil nature that desires everything that is opposed to God. And then on the other hand, we have our new nature, the born again nature, the nature we receive from Christ. So one nature, the evil nature, we receive from the first Adam, and the new nature we receive from the last Adam, which is Jesus Christ. Romans 7, right? These two natures, right, at war, daily, wrestling, fighting. Again, a tragic, painful, poetic tussle, right? A wrestle that will continue within us, believers, till the day that we die. So yes, being a Christian will make you a better person, but it's not that simple.